Welcome, Congressman Sali. Won't you come forward and give us a benefit of a few words, please?
Well, that was an awful lot of clapping. You don't even know what I'm going to say yet. Well, I want to thank you for this opportunity to come and address the Idaho Senate today. And I must say, your new chambers are quite cozy. I guess this is the way that you get the Idaho Senate to be working more closely together. Is that the idea here, maybe? First, I want to start off. I want to commend each and every one of you for your role as servants of the public. The sacrifices and hardships that you know that are required of every legislator, they're very real and they're very significant. That time away from your family and your business, the pressures of long days and jam-packed schedules, the demands of the public to do those things that really often seem humanly impossible. From one who lived this difficult life for 16 years, I offer a very sincere thank you for your willingness to step up to the plate and do this job. I also want to encourage you to take time to enjoy your position as everyday people who've been raised up and entrusted with the power to do what is best for Idahoans. It's a great responsibility, and whether you're enjoying the thrill of a victory or suffering the agony of a defeat at any moment, try to always remember that you have been blessed with quite a special opportunity. I will always look back on my days in the Idaho Legislature with real fondness. With all of its tribulations, it was a great time in my life, and there's a lot of it that I really miss. In fact, I wish Congress were more like the Idaho Legislature. The process here is very orderly, and if you stay around long enough, fairly predictable. Congress would serve America better if we took a few cues from the way business is done right here. In this legislature, any citizen can come testify on bills before you. The people have real access. In Congress, witnesses are called to speak only by invitation of the chairman. When a chairman decides when and how the people can speak, instead of those people deciding for themselves, it eliminates accountability and transparency that is really required for good government. In the Idaho Legislature, your rules of procedure require that every member, whether in the majority or the minority, has an equal opportunity to be heard on every bill and every motion. In Congress, too much power has been invested in too few people, and often good ideas never see the light of day just because those ideas happen to come from what is, at that time, the wrong party. And most importantly, there's a pureness of the process here that can't be found in Washington, D.C. Just last month, I had to vote on a 3,500-page bill that was released just 15 hours before it was to be voted on. That means that a member of Congress would have to read 4 pages a minute for 15 hours straight just to read through the bill one time. Now, that bill contained thousands of separate issues, earmarks, policy decisions, and they were not fully vetted. The people of the United States of America deserve better. Well, as an Idahoan, may I say that I take some comfort knowing that Pro Tem Geddes and Majority Leader Davis and Assistant Majority Leader Stegner and Chairman Little will be shepherding that tradition of good governance that really is alive and well in Idaho's legislature. And Jim, when you are in Washington, D.C., I know that your time here in this great body will provide the measuring stick by which you will gauge how the nation's work must be done. Now, speaking of getting things done, the state of Idaho is facing some significant transportation problems. The highways that keep Idaho's economy moving are not keeping up. Every minute that a vehicle spends sitting in traffic translates into lost money, less productivity, and a bigger impact on the environment. These problems reflect very tangible, very real impacts on our quality of life, because time stuck in traffic means less time at home with our families as well. As you work to solve these transportation challenges, I want to be your partner. The Government Accountability Office is in the middle of a transportation study that I requested. And in this study, it's the first time ever evaluation of where the requirements of federal statute and regulations make highway construction cost more money or take more time. And when I started looking into this, I expected that this would be a query that had been studied before. It turns out that no one has ever bothered to ask. I was a little surprised by that, but I'm hopeful that when the final report comes out, that it will be a guide for Congress to reform the way that Uncle Sam funds and regulates transportation in our state and in our nation. If we can remove barriers to highway construction, we can free up money and get roads built faster and at less cost to the taxpayer. Every dollar that we save from the juggernaut of government waste is another dollar that can be used for asphalt. I also look forward to partnering with you on other issues that are facing the state. For example, Governor Otter reported to you on Monday that last year's forest fires will cost our taxpayers $23 million. I've introduced legislation in Congress that will reduce the danger and impact of wildfires, and in particular protect lives, homes, and properties for folks that happen to live in close proximity to Idaho's federally administered forest lands. Now, with last year's fires not only in Idaho but in other states as well, there's already a lot of support for this legislation, and we are anticipating additional support from other congressmen and public and private organizations. As we reduce the danger that Idahoans face from wildfires, we will also reduce the tax dollars that are needed to fight those fires. Well, I'm intrigued by the legislative agenda that Governor Otter set out on Monday. I'm also confident that the members of the Idaho Senate are up to the task of fully vetting that agenda, adding personal touches where necessary, and finishing the people's business quickly. As you move forward and as needed, I'm eager to help you in whatever way that I can. So let me close with some wise words from Abraham Lincoln that I hope will be helpful to you as you do your work here. Quote, be sure you put your feet in the right place and then stand firm. Well, may God bless you as you do this work. May God bless Idaho, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you for allowing me this time today.
Congressman Sali, thank you for those words of wisdom. I guess I'm starting to come to some of the same realizations you've come to with the various visits I've had back there. But this is a tremendously productive body, and having been part of it, I'm sure you're very proud of the work that's been done here over the years. So thank you very much. The committee will come forward and escort the congressman safely from our chambers. Thank you again.